Hey there, Tiffany here, and Brad too, with Years of Years, and it's this day in Disney for December 7th.
I always love December 7th. Like December 7th to me,
Yeah.
I don't know, that date just always stands out.
Interesting.
Love it.
I wonder why. Well, on this day, someone really cool was born.
Stand out?
Yeah, back in 1904. Clarence Ducky Nash was born in Watonga, Oklahoma.
Nice native name.
Yeah.
How do you get a nickname like Ducky?
Ducky, that's because he was the voice of Donald Duck.
Our Donald.
Yes, right. So back in Watonga, Oklahoma, he actually, I think they had lots of goats, but he had a pet goat named Mary, and he actually got that voice for Donald Duck by trying to mimic his pet goat Mary.
So strange.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
It's not the sound that you would think a goat makes, but yet they can be surprising.
Right. And so it's actually, the sound he makes was with his cheeks and not his larynx. It actually has a term called buccal speech.
I used to be able to do it when I was a child.
Yeah.
It's pretty much there.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could talk with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I mean, that's what it is. It's pretty close.
Yeah, so I don't know, but of course for this particular voice, he just came up with it. I don't know
Right,
when
he
they
didn't have a
termed
term or name.
or when they termed buccal speech. I'm wondering if maybe it was because some children maybe talk just through their cheeks and
you
have
want
to be taught.
sensitive. It might be a medical term that they later adopted.
Yeah, right. So, you know, the story goes that, Walt already liked Clarence Nash and had known
because of his smile and personality.
Personality is great at voices and did some vaudeville and all that good stuff. And so the story goes that he was trying out some different voices, and Walt walked by when he was doing this particular voice and thought this would be perfect for their upcoming short, which was going to be The Wise Little Hen. And that's the debut
Great story
of Donald Duck. Yeah. So he
Which
voices
you have covered in the past.
The Wise Little Hen. Yeah, you guys could check that out. That was one of our videos for sure. You should watch The Wise Little Hen though, because just commemorating, that's the moment, and that's when Donald started and Clarence really got to shine. So, and you've heard me talk about Clarence Nash again and again and again. Every time we cover a cartoon and Donald's in it, it's Clarence Nash all the way
because,
yeah, 1985. Yeah, he did well.
And not just Donald.
Right. So he voiced Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Daisy, right?
He did the female version.
Right.
The feminine. So
I
you did the
thought that was really
masculine and the feminine of the voice.
I thought that was really impressive to me because I never, you know, I would have thought that a female person, you know, voiced Daisy, but he did really, really well.
Convincing.
Very convincing. So he actually, the last Disney production that he was in was Mickey's Christmas Carol in 1983, but he continued to do like promotions and commercials and things like that for Donald Duck until 85. I mean, he worked until he passed away.
We were staying in the resort this last week, and I happened to notice that Disney Junior is playing Mickey's Christmas Carol for the kids. I just thought that was very tender.
Mickey's Christmas Carol. That's one of
Definitely
my favorites.
should be watching it.
Oh yes. So interesting story. He actually, the Imagineers or guys over at Disney modeled a puppet of Donald for Clarence Nash, and he actually went and performed as a ventriloquist. So he was there with Donald. And at first Walt Disney was not really particularly happy about it, but the fact of the matter is the public was. They really enjoyed this performance, and he toured, and so Disney was like, hey, it works. So he let him continue.
Was there something that Walt used him for as well?
Yeah. So actually in 1944 when they re-released Snow White, they really wanted it to do well, and they, as one of the promotions for it, they actually had Clarence Nash come in with the puppet Donald Duck and do his performance because people loved it that much. So, you know, and it makes me think of, you know, all the rules around characters and how the meet and greets, and you can't have certain things happen at certain times and such. And, so
and difficult to talk about now in distancing, but
still,
before distancing, every once in a while you have some experiences where it's kind of like,
sometimes you gotta break a rule.
Yeah.
Because it works.
Yeah, it's a magic moment.
So, there you go. So I just thought that was really interesting, and it must have been a fun act for sure to see Clarence with.
And those were big at the time. Like there was this goose one that was famous, and for sure.
You're right. So you could see Clarence Nash do
Garfield goose. I don't want to say this goose.
as himself a couple times. Once in The Reluctant Dragon, he plays himself in that. And then another time was actually, I think, in 1956. It's called A Day in the Life of Donald Duck, and he interacts with Donald, and this
Quacking and quarreling.
They're like actually arguing with each other, and it's mostly Donald that's arguing, and he's upset because of Nash creating his voice, and he's not happy with it. I think that's just hilarious. Yeah. It's just,
Yeah, the created hating the creator.
Yep, exactly.
So ungrateful.
So funny. And that's Donald for you. Yeah. Always getting himself in trouble. He was guest on the 1976 The Mike Douglas Show.
Okay.
And then in 84, the special Donald Duck's 50th birthday. So he was on that, of course. Several clips and stuff like that. So, yeah, really interesting. But so when he did pass away in 85, Tony Anselmo took over to be the voice of Donald. And there's a few other voice actors such as Jimmy Weldon, Frank Welker, Lou Bogoy, and Red Kofi.
Been in good hands because everybody loves that voice, and it's one of the voices that people learn early if you want to be a voice person. It's just one of the most playful ones, so I think people jump at that opportunity and find themselves prepared.
Yeah, they actually they didn't voice Donald. They are people who use Donald Duck as so that they could voice other voices for like Yakety Doodle and Hanna-Barbera. So but Tony Anselmo was actually personally trained by Clarence Nash.
Oh, yes, I think I recall hearing that.
Yeah.
So special.
I think that's really special too. So really cool guy, and had to be to create such a cool voice. And like we were talking about this earlier today when we were talking about the subject, how you were saying how like you think of Walt as kind of creating all the characters, but that's partly why we do this day at Disney.
Sometimes I even ask, it's like, is Walt more like Mickey? Is Walt more like Donald? Are these Walt traits? But here we know the personality, the energy, the life of Donald Duck comes from
Clarence Nash. And so, like I was just saying, that's partly why we do this day in Disney. Hopefully you guys are just as interested and want to know what happened and how everyone worked together and how these beloved characters,
maybe not your favorite, but love them even more.
Maybe you'll
sometimes
love them more now. Yeah, exactly. So go watch The Wise Little Hen. It is on Disney Plus, and just enjoy Donald because special guy is behind Donald.
A good lesson to be learned. So
that's right.
Work hard and share in the fruits of everyone's labor. So.
Yeah, or mimic your goat. You may get a career out of it. So that's it for this day in Disney.